Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for another week of Eternity of Pain, and I'm a bit late because yesterday was Act 8, Chapter 1, and we sort of 100%ed it day 1, so I had a good excuse at least. I was still working, but yeah, dude, so this Dragon Man, he's pretty crazy. When I first jumped into this fight, like after the stream, I was exhausted, and I just got like destroyed. I didn't really read the notes. I just jumped in with Quicksilver, 5-star, and I got roasted literally by his flame breath on the special 2. I was just getting wrecked. So these notes are kind of crazy. He's got enhanced parry. So if you apply an armor break to Dragon Man, he applies a passive degeneration to you. So you don't want to apply armor break to this guy. And if you parry him, he gets an armor break. So you pretty much don't want to be parrying in this fight for the most part. Then there's True Focus, so he ignores evade and miss. And then he has buff toggle unstoppable, so every 8 seconds the defender gains an unstoppable buff for 4 seconds. This makes the fight even crazier. Plus escalating assault. This note isn't as bad as I thought it was. So he's going to gain an unblockable charge, and whatever attack he does consumes the charge. So even if it doesn't hit you, like, that's fine, it'll consume the charge. Once you learn to I think playing around this node here is one of the biggest keys to taking this fight down cleanly. And then there's also Divine Barrier. So when fighting a Mystic attacker every 10 seconds on a timer, the defender becomes immune to Nullify, Face Heal, Stagger. So, it's just to prevent nullifiers. And so the objectives for this fight are medium champs, hero, villain, and then an Avenger. So I did Magneto first, and then Quicksilver. Well, no, I did Magneto, and then I did Torch. I tried Quicksilver initially, and like I said, I got roasted. So I kind of just started to think that he wasn't good for the fight. But after doing the fight with Magneto and Torch, I learned the fight. I understood how I figured out the playstyle, and then like within 10 minutes, I got a solo with Quicksilver. And the solo took like half that time. So, yeah. That's who I ended up using, and we'll get into the gameplay right now. Let's go. Alright, guys, so up first, we're going to be jumping in here with Magneto. And the very first fight I did with Magneto against Dragon Man, because when I was streaming, someone had told me that they did the objectives, the villain and the hero, with white Magneto and red Magneto, because one's a villain, one's a hero, technically. They're both beside medium, so I was like, oh, okay. So, like, that was like when I was streaming, without having seen the nodes or anything on this fight. I just knew it was a Dragon Man. And then, like, so when I was, after the stream, I was like, let's try this Eternity of Pain. I tried Quicksilver, like I said, went horribly, got wrecked. And then I was like, yeah, alright, let me try Magneto. Because, it's Magneto against a metal champ. Like, it should be easy, right? So I went in there, parried, heavied, and then I'm like, wait, I'm degenning. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm like, wait, how is this fight even, like, possible? Like, what? Like, what? I was confused. And then, like, I figured out that, okay, Magneto, he's going to start turning stuff off. So I'm not going to have to deal with as many nodes. So at this point, Dragon Man's power gain is turned off. So that's nice. Maybe just turn that off. Right there, we're taking unblockable hits. But that's fine. And he's pretty much, for the most part, turning off the unstoppable. It would be really nice if he just turned it off and it went away. But it keeps coming back. And then, like, it's about to trigger. But then it just doesn't trigger. But I think it will trigger, like, 1 or 2 times throughout this entire fight. So, like, it's just annoying. It's like a looming threat that's not really a big threat, but it's still looming. The fact that it's looming is annoying. So yeah, this is really the playstyle. You bait his special ones, try to weave in heavies when you can. And I was practicing this playstyle, and I was getting it down pretty well. You just got to be ready for the one unblockable hit that comes. Make sure you dex that hit, and then you can block the rest. That's what I found the key to this fight. And I started really making progress, once I started to really get the hang of that. And everything's going pretty good at this point. So I have 7 prowess, so, this should be enough. I just need to charge a couple heavies to multiply my prowess. Also, I did a lot of practice against evading his heavy. Look at this here, man. He keeps getting away from my heavy, so annoying. But yeah, and then here I take a couple hits. But at least Magneto's turning off the corner damage that we would be taking, so that's really great. Here, again, we're getting hit a couple times. I'm like, oh man, this run's pretty much over. Like, I'm screwed here. I'm not going to be able to get an opening. I take another special one. Then I get a slow debuff on me. I'm like, wait, slow debuff? That's free willpower. Okay, there's a chance. There's a chance. You know, we still got this. So, I do also have a mutant boost on. So, in my mind, like, I'm just thinking, like, okay, I just need to get off a lot of prowess, get off one big special, and then, you know, it should push me back to another special. So here I go for the charge. Here he throws a heavy, so I charge again. He doesn't come at me, so I charge again. 38 prowess. I'm like, okay, you know, this should be enough. Let's go ahead and drop this. He's at 85%. This is going to crumple so much of his health. And I'm thinking, okay, I'll have an instant L3, so I just drop it. But it was an L2. It did 100k in his block, and then I intercept him for a 30k medium crit. What a way to end that fight, man. Honestly, that was a better ending than the special 3 would have been. So, yeah, that was my first takedown on Dragon Man. It felt so good, man. Felt really great after getting wrecked by him plenty of times. So, that fight went great. We got one of the objectives done. And like I said, I did a run with Torch, but I think I'm going to upload that separately because technically these two fights get all the objectives anyways. So, yeah. So QuickSilver is a medium-sized hero and an Avenger, so he does benefit from both those objectives, which is really great. And, you know, we have an incredible start here, losing 44% of our max health. Best way to start a fight, you know? Fine, though. That's fine. We're a speedster, you know? As long as I'm playing really good, I shouldn't be getting hit at all, so I just need to start playing really good. So yeah, I did go for that heavy at the start so that, you know, I could try to get the slow up very fast, and we did take some hits for it, but it was worth it because now he's slowed. So now, you know, QuickSilver can go ahead and ignore the Unstoppable, which is one of the most annoying parts of this fight, honestly. Having to play around the Unstoppable is super annoying, but, you know, Magneto didn't have to worry about it because kind of turned it off for the most part. And here, he breaks my block with an unblockable hit, and I'm like, oh, fun. Okay, 29% health now, and he has 97%. Well, I'm not gonna give up. You know, we still got this. So it's weird, man. I haven't, you know, since I missed for QuickSilver, I don't think I've played him a single time. I've just been playing Gallon because I actually have a 6-star Gallon, and I don't have a 6-star QuickSilver. So there I'm able to get off a heavy and then go for my special 3. But here, after this, I make a really big blunder. Because, you know, typically after the special 3, he's stunned. And then you go for a big combo. But that's only if you're already in terminal velocity. And I wasn't in it when I dropped the special 3. So luckily we didn't get punished again there. But yeah, so get back in here. Need to refresh all of our debuffs. And here we take another hit. But the great part about this fight is willpower healing. You know, he has that ineptitude debuff on us, so we're just healing up. And I think I also did throw on a health boost. So since I'm a 5-star, you know, I was like, you know, I should at least try to boost him up a little bit so he feels a little bit more like a 6-star rank 3. You know, because I don't have a 6-star QuickSilver after spending over $1,000 trying for him, more than 1,000. So still a little salty about it, but it's all good. I am glad that I got the 5-star. So here we have 76 whiplashes. I was trying to get to my special 1 to get like the super detonate on them, but unfortunately we couldn't do that. But that's okay. It still took off about half of his health, which is, you know, pretty solid. So that's great. Now we just need to do that entire rotation one more time, and, you know, we'll be good. You know, it's super easy to do and get off a perfect QuickSilver rotation, you know, in Realm of Legends, in Labyrinth of Legends. It's easy, it's a joke in there. But here, Eternity of Pain against Dragon Man is definitely not easy to get off a perfect rotation. It is difficult. It's actually very difficult. This fight is crazy, man, honestly. It definitely takes a lot of getting used to, I'd say. Because I don't think I've ever been as wrecked as I was, like, the first attempt I went in here. Like, the first couple attempts, just got destroyed. You have to play so specifically in this fight. You need such a unique and specific play style to do this fight that, you know, going in blind is very silly to do. But the really great thing here is, every time we dex, we are applying those withers. And I only had 1 point in the dexterity mastery here. I probably should have put a couple more in, but 1 point is enough. And then here I accidentally parried. I kept doing that so many times, just accidentally parrying. Not even like right there. That I don't typically do that, where you accidentally parry and you stun them. But like I'll accidentally parry like his special attacks. Like when I was using Torch, it's just a force of habit that I like. If I'm gonna block a special, I try to like parry the first part of it just to reduce damage. It's literally just a force of habit. But doing that gave him an armor break and then degen me. So like these typically good forces of habit are turned into bad habits here, which was frustrating. But yeah, everything's going pretty good at this point. I feel like I'm in a really good rotation right now. I feel like I'm not stuck against the wall. I got room to play around with, and I'm just stacking up a ton of whiplash right now. I could go for my special 3, but I felt really good in this loop that I was in, that I didn't really want it to end. And I'm technically not in terminal velocity yet anyway, so I was like, what, I'll just keep building up these whiplashes. This is going really great right now, and so here we do get into terminal velocity. So we're gonna go ahead, drop the special now, and he will be stunned after this one. So I'm thinking like, okay, like I have the solo right here. I remember thinking at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm so far into this fight, I really don't want to do it again. I just need to get it done here. Just need to get to my special 2, drop it, and that should be GG. That should be fight over. So this time, he is stunned, which is great. So going for a couple of those really fast combos, and here he throws a special 2. Gonna block the first part. Actually, I'm just gonna block the entire thing. I was a little bit nervous at this point. I just want to get this solo, man. I really don't want to have to do this fight anymore at this point. This was still the night after I finished 8.1. After I got some food, this was after I'd eaten. I'm like, okay, yeah, I was feeling good again. So here, boom, we get up to 148 whiplash, and he's dead. I really wonder how much that would have done. It said 164k, but that's just the amount of health he had remaining. So it would have hit really hard. But yeah, guys, so that's who I used to complete all the objectives. I will have a separate video showing my rank 4 human torch, or as I like to call him, the human nuke, taking this Dragon Man down separately. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this Eternity of Pain video. This is the 4th week, right? Yeah. So next is the finale for this bargaining. Nice. That's going to be really exciting. I'm looking forward to that. We'll probably stream that next Wednesday instead of doing the usual video format. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this video. If you did enjoy, I would really appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more content. We are pushing for 100k and we are getting insanely close. That's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.